Hello guys, what's going on? This is Lucas Superorko, and this is the second video of International Erg and Orc Battle Report. This is the second round, okay, and we got paired against Hot and Bash. They are a French team. Okay, there are a lot of French teams, also German ones, and all the Spanish ones, of course. So here's the matrix. We got the mirror match of Highborn Elves. We put it as a 3. Okay, my match against Ogre Khans as a 4. Ogre Khans against Dread Elves, 3.5. That's like a 12 for us. This is like a 14, 15. So there's a 12. Lastra with against the demons. So it's like a 12. And Chico with Kingdom of Aquitaine against Vampire Covenant. That's a 4. Okay, so we think we did a good pairing. We'll see what happens. So my list, okay, it's in the other video. If you want to check it out, then see it because then you'll see what happens and what everything does. So against Zachary, Fast and Furious, really nice guy. He's number 7 in the yellow, I think. Yeah. So about his list, so he's playing a wild heart list. So the general, very dangerous miniature on charge, 6 attract attacks with strength 6 hatred, reroll to wound on the first turn, 4 plus armor save, T6 and reroll in the stomps, the 1d3 plus 1. He's very dangerous. Going inside the saber-tooth tigers, dealing with a bunch of attacks there. Then he has a Mammoth Hunter on a Tusker, also the same, a lot of attacks on one miniature. And apart from that, yeah, 4+4+, he can recover wounds. He has a 12-inch bubble for the Sabertooth, so he has both Sabertooths with leadership 9, and if he's near another unit, he's the BSB, so very secure. The Tigers. Also, the Shaman. He has parry, 5+ armor save, 4 attacks, and the most important thing, apart from the spells, he has God Speaker, so he's making the unit unstable and fearless. So he has a big luck of like 10 ogres, so it's going to be very hard to kill him in one go, and then he's probably going to have counter charges there. Also, the unit with the sheltering standard, so with AP 2 or less, he still has 6+ armor save. 2 units of Sabertooth Tigers, really good for the points. One will probably be a chaff, and the other one will be for the Mammoth Hunter. Then a unit of Mercenary Gunners. So in combat, they're pretty good. They have 4+ armor save with parry, 4 attacks, strength 5, AP 2. Also with the banner of Keegan, so they are rerolling once in combat. And in the distance, they have a Hunter Spear with poison, so that's really cool because with the Vanguard, he can do the Vanguard and then shoot. Not he can use this unit for both purposes, also for shooting and for combat. So it's really strong because any height 5 will probably just die against this unit because he also has the rest of the units also the Hunter Spear. So the Mammoth, both Mammoth have it. The Frost Mammoth also has it. Then he has 2 units of Tuskers, very hard units to deal with in charge. They are very hard because the 1d3 impacts each Tusker. So that's very hard unit. Then 2 units of Yetis, one chaff unit, and one a bigger unit, but still for 280 it's so like cheap, man. Vanguard light troops 4 attacks because of the pair weapon, strength 5, -1 agility in contact because of the freezing thing the rule they have, and also the Frost Mammoth. This is a unit everybody's playing for the points. He has a 12-inch bubble, -3 agility to enemy units, and also he's very good for like he has 1d3 impacts of strength 6, 4 attacks, also strength 6, 6 attacks, strength 5 in the stomp. So for 380, he's very good. Also having 100 spears and the bounce spell. So I mean, he's very very good. For the game, we're playing breakthrough, and the secondary objectives I had master the base, so I have to have a miniature that has spells 9 inches from the center, and he doesn't have to have any miniature there with any spells. He has three: the BSB, the Shaman, and the Frost Mammoth. So that's that, and we are playing refuse flank, so the diagonal. Okay, for magic, I chose the two damage spells because it's going to be very good against him. And then, of course, Whispers the Veil and Spectral Blades. Those are super necessary against ogres. And apart from that, since I am probably going to have a higher offensive or defensive, or even with the Sukubai, with the Mesmerizing, I'm going to get the Distracting. And for the Veiled Serpents, well, the random movement, the illusionary pass, and the spear. Because with 2 dice, I can probably take like an ogre in the big units, or even a tusker on the flanks, or just doing 2 units is probably worth it. And for his spells, he got Savage Fury, Awaken the Beast, Storm of Insects, Children of Umi. Then he has the bounce spell of Living Seal, the +1 to hit, and Cloud of Sight. This bounce spell is very, very good. He can do it and make me that I can see at more than 12. So for evocation spells, that's nerfing me a lot. Also for charging, I mean, yeah, for going on a 6+, it's very, very good. And apart, the rest of the magic is for the cost, it's very good. I mean, he has the +1 strength, -1 to wound, some insects also, the cloud sight, and then to hit a bit better. And the Savage Fury is also a conditional one because he can throw this one to make me, if I charge, overrun and maybe give him the flanks, or he can also use it on his unit, so he can have Fury and he can be wounded on better than a 3+. So I mean, it's worth it. A little pregame analysis for the primary objective. I think I have the winning lead. I mean, I should be able to cross into his deployment, even though he is going to be the aggressor on the match. He has an aggressive list, but still, I mean, on the matrix, Demon Legions should win ogre. So I mean, the primary objective, I have to cross onto his zone and kill scoring units. So I think in the trade-off, I should be winning. Then on the secondary objective, very hard to achieve for me. Depends if his units are still alive at 9 inches from the center. And for his secondary, it's very easy for him because it goes in a perfect combination with the primary objective. So if he kills units, it's like okay, he has 1 point, he has to have 4, and if he makes me crumble in combat, he gains 2. So it's not that hard having his list going very aggressive, and very easy for him to just chaff my units, kill them, and then he's probably going to get it. On a micro level, I mean, Ogre Khans, they're going to get all the table, the deployment, most of the table, and he has a lot of units with plenty of chaff. He can put a lot of pressure if he starts on one specific point, sorry, and then charge there because he has a lot of units with chaff. And also, the Frost Mammoth is an important piece in his army because he can make him strike at the same time or before me, and that could be an issue. Also, the unstable star with the Shaman is a big break. I mean, it's not a 13 tribesman unit, but still it's like 10, 30 wounds. So he can just use it. So I have to charge there, and he will probably have counter charges because I won't be able to kill him in one go. Then Demon Legions, I mean, I already said it with the primary objective. My units counter his, even though I don't have that many chaff. But that's going to be a big thing for me. And also the Meister with the evocation, big threat for him. Also with the missiles and the magic, because with no buffs I can still go and win the combat, but with the buffs, I mean, on a one-on-one, I can probably kill that unit. And also, my fiends and the chariots are fast and can counter all his units. This will be an important piece. I estimated a 14, count with the primary objective, and that we're both going to kill a lot of stuff. Pre-game selections. Well, he won the role, so he wanted to be the attacker. Obviously, he wanted to do the vanguards and put the pressure on me early in the game. So I elected to go sorry, to this side. I elected this side just because I didn't want to have the lake. I still wanted to have a passive combat score from my units, also for the forest. I didn't want to do any dangerous terrains for the chariots, and also I wanted to use the hill, so he didn't block me maybe with the base serpents charging from this side. And also we'll see it in the in when where he deploys why I chose this side. Okay, so it's just breakthrough, killing, scoring, master of the veil in the center, and slave and ransom. So on his deployment, he deployed all the yetis, saber-tooth tigers, tusker, small yetis, mammoth hunter, frost mammoth, the mercenary gunners, saber-tooth tigers, the block of tribesmen with the shaman, and another Tusker cavalry. On my side, I counter deployed him, and what I said, I wanted this side because if he deploys here, I mean, there's still a gap where he has to advance, and he can't deploy a lot of units here. Also on this side, he won't be able to enter this side because of my units, uh, and he has to go in the center. And he's going to, if he doesn't put a Tusker Cub, but I knew he was going to deploy this one here. He's going to have a fast unit, but I mean, I can counter deploy his Tusker Cub here with my units, and he won't be able to enter my back zone. Okay, with all the vanguards and everything, he won't be able. And my deployment, I chose the Blazing Glory in the Clawfin, so kind of deploy it in his, because here he won't be able to go around line of sight with the Yetis and the Blazing Glory in the Clawfins. Um, and then I can just advance very quick. Here, the Threshing Engine also, I can go straight forward. I can still see him here, and also the Clawfins, I can still see him. So we'll see what he does. And all the units have counter deployments, each one. So if he advances very quick, he won't be able to put the his guy here. And also, if he deploys anything here, I have multiple charges on the flanks everywhere. So even here, I can still charge this way. So I just wanted that. Maybe the blowflies, I'll say later, I could have deployed a bit better, so he wouldn't be able to put that aggression on me. But we'll see. So Vanguards, you already see it. The unit of Clawfins was a bit back here, but I put him here, so he has to advance a lot with the Yetis, because if not, I can charge him here, or I can charge him with the threshing engines. So that's that. The Yetis advance. Also, this Yetis did a max chaff move here, and these two advance a bit. And so, as we see, he put a chaff piece here, very aggressive. He also moved the Yeti, so I couldn't see him, but there will be tricks, as I see, as you guys see. Um, Here it was a flank, but here it was a front and a flank. He chaffed me. He advanced everything here to charge next turn. Also, the Sabertooth just reform moving this way, and this guy move sideways here just to be in range and starting to go into this side. Uh, yeah, Tusker move this aggressively. Here I misplayed this on my deployment. I should have put the blowflies over here, just so he wouldn't be able to be able to charge me in the next turn. Also with the Saber-tooth Tiger and the Frost Mammoth, he was here on the Frisian Aura. So it's very difficult for me to charge because here he can stand and shoot. He will be hitting at the same time or faster than me, so that's a problem. Here he's going to be hitting faster and here at the same time. So that could be an issue, but we'll see. On Magic, he threw mosquitoes at me. I let that one go. He did one wound. He then put Awaken the Beast on the Saber-tooth Tigers, and I let that one go because I'm not going to charge here. He's going to strike before and a lot of attacks on 3s and 4s. So yeah, probably I won't charge there. And he tried to do the Hereditary here, and I dispelled that. So on my turn, I'm going to do a lot of things. Since I already did this mistake, I was going, why? Well, hell not. Let's go and charge this unit. I mean, I'm going to go win by 1 on the combat score. We're both going at the same time. I have 6 attacks on 3s. I can probably kill like one of his Tusker and maybe with the Toxic. If he kills my whole unit, I'm going to go on Toxic on 6s, and maybe I could kill 2. Why not? Or he can fluff and we can stay there. I mean, and then he has to or just throw more resources, or we can just both kill ourselves there. So I did that charge. Then on the left flank, here's an opportunity because if I charge with only with one Sukubai, I will hit the terrain piece, but he didn't have enough movement to move this unit more here because of the um, Mars Vanguard and the Mars move. So he put the unit here. So if I charge like I was going to do, I could charge him on the flank. Only one chariot can touch him, and this unit can charge here. Only 4 models, and if so, I can go. I don't touch the impassable. So here I'm on an 8. If I touch the unit of Yetis, I can overrun, block him, do the wounds, and if he wants to charge, I'm okay with that. But still, if not, for me that's okay. And if I still move just a bit, I mean, with 3 dice, I probably go like a 6. So I'm here, I'm chaffing him, so he won't be able to charge and touch my chariots. So I mean, if he wants to overrun here, he'd probably be around this area and I can charge him, so he probably won't do that. And also, I mean, if not, there's the Clawfins here. He has to charge me or he has to do something. I can see above my Clawfin, so if he wants to charge here, I can charge him in the rear. I mean, a lot of opportunities. So with Magic, I threw Touch of the Reaper here. I did 4 impacts and I did 2 wounds. I remember I did then Illusionary Pass here to do the random move. And he let that one go because I then had enough dice to do Soul Blight, to do the 2d3, and he dispelled that one. And then in combat, here I just killed his unit, okay, and I overrun, and I was lucky, and I got that 8. So yoo-hoo, I got this overrun, and also I managed to do the combat like this, so he wouldn't be able to touch me, and if he wants to charge, he'll be block. He will be closer to me. He still will be. He can't overrun anywhere, and he's very very close. I can charge, and then depends on how he ends. Okay. Then and I just reform the chariot, so I can just go straight and everything. Yeah, I mean very close here. And on the other side, I was winning by 1 in the combat. I struck with my 6 attacks. I did 4 wounds, so that was super good. Then he struck back, and I mean he was going with the guys on top on 3s and 4s, and with the guys on the bottom on 4s and 3s. A lot of attacks, like going at the same time, like 24 attacks, depends on the stats. First going on 3s, then on 4s, then and the others on 4s and 3s. but he rolled very good. I mean, it was normal things like that, but I managed to do a toxic and I just exploded. So I did 5 wounds. I mean, I wish I would have done that the other one and just killed 2 Tuskers for my unit. I mean, I'm given 1 scoring unit for that, and but if he has one guy or he uses it and he's probably going to die, so it's still worth it. And if not, he's just going to have a unit go on his side that he's not going to use. So probably, I mean, still worth this one, knowing that my deployment was a bit bad there. So on his turn two, as you see, he charged with the dogs. I mean, going with the stats. Even though I go first, we tie in the combat score, so he can. I strike first, but still 9 attacks, going on 4s on 4s. I'll probably kill like 1.5, and then he'll strike me same 12 attacks on 4s and 4s. I mean, he's going to make me stuck there. So I mean, it's worth it. And if not, he can just reform so he doesn't attack me. I mean, he can stall me there, and then the rest he just moved back to Tuskers. With the illusionary pass, he moved towards the house because if not, here I could charge him with multiple units. He didn't want to move to touch the frost mammoth because if not, he wouldn't be able to use him and only move like 3 halfways, half to the side. So he just moved here, far away from the 15. Okay, and he continued to move the Tusker out of my line of sight, and he moved the big block. Magic. He threw mosquitoes at the chariots. I dispelled that one because I was like, okay, you don't have any magic here on the Yetis. You still don't have the bounce spell for the first mammoth on range on the miser. So with the first mammoth, he doesn't have range to go on the miser, so I can still throw the evocation and all the spells and everything. So I'm like, okay, I'll dispel the mosquitoes. So I dispelled that one. Storm of Insects. He threw Hereditary on the Tuskers. I was like, okay, I probably won't be able to charge because I was on a 6. I can still do the magic missiles elsewhere, like here on the first mammoth that's in an important piece on him, or I can just buff my units. So I let that one go. But the thing is, I completely forgot he had the bounce spell of Living Seal on his BSB. He only had 2 dice, but he managed to roll just the one on the first dice, and on the other one he rolled very low, so he didn't manage to get it. So yeah, I mean that was lucky for me because he didn't get that one. So on the combats, he first chose this one. So because if he got a lot of guys, um, I mean, he was going to go this one first, just to kill some girls. He wanted to do this one just to see how he ended up, and then maybe if I kill like 4 guys, he can reform this way. I mean, still a win. So we did this combat. I was winning on 3. I hit him on 3+5+, and I rolled crazy because I did 7 wounds to him. Well, super, because I will probably just kill 1 guy. I won't be able to kill 2 guys with that many attacks. Uh, and also, he was striking me with 12 attacks, or maybe with this guy with 15, but he rolled with 12. He rolled very bad, going on 4s and 2s. So I did, how many wounds did I did? I did 7. He rolled very bad, like 2 wounds, and he lost auto. So by him doing this combat first, he rolled very low on his flee move, and I managed to kill him and also get the unit here. So it was a win-win because now we're doing like, sorry, this here, the combat in his turn. So in the combat score here, Initially, we were tying up, but now I have like 3 combat score. I'm winning on 3. I'm hitting before him. I'm not also hitting with these coffins, but also with the sukubai. I mean, I'm going on 4s and 5s, but still, I mean, that's like 18 attacks plus the other 9. I mean, I could probably go like maybe do like I don't know, 5 wounds, probably 6 wounds, and then I probably like kill 3 guys, only 2. I can make him flee this way. I can catch him with 2 units. Depends on how the Sukubi are. I can just chaff him or just maybe charge him in the flank with the claw fiends. A lot of things can happen, but um, luck. I had luck with this combat, but the luck that I had here, I didn't have it here because I completely whiffed. Like with that many attacks, I had 27 attacks. Sorry, in total, I did uh, 1 wood, I think. He did 3 to me. Um, and yeah, he was losing by 3, I think. And he managed to stay like a leadership 6 reroll. And I was like, oh, fuck. Okay, no problem. I mean, that could have turned very big for me. But I was okay with that. So on my turn 3, since I charged and I just reformed. Okay, so his Tusker couldn't see my Sukubai, and also my Clawfins. And on my turn, I just moved everything up, forming a line here, a very compact one. He couldn't charge me because he was chaff with his house. Here, I mean, I'm not afraid of his charge. If he wants to charge me, I'm okay. He will probably do some impacts, and then I'll strike him, and probably kill 1.5 guys from the other. And in just 2 combats, I'll probably kill him. So I mean, I'm okay with that. And also having flanks and everything, so I'm okay with that. The Blazing Glory came this way out of his line of sight, just reforming so I could see all the way here. And if he wants to move back, he has to move. He has to turn looking this way and advance like 7. Because if he wants to move 3.5, I can still see him in the flank. So a lot of things here are magic. Well, I mean, since I had this problem that I couldn't manage to break, I really wasn't in range here because he could charge me, and I mean, with the -1 to hit and everything, I was not sure I could really advance that much. So I just threw the evocation missiles here. I did Touch of the Reaper, and even though he had the -1 to wound, I did 4 impacts and I rolled 3 wounds. So yeah, I mean, very lucky for me. I killed and I did 3 wounds. So he still has 2 wounds on this guy. And if he wants to charge, he will touch the terrain piece. So I mean, that's great. Then I did Soul Blight. I rolled a 20 and he managed to dispel it. Because if he let that one go, I would have lost the spell, but I would probably kill his unit. I mean, it's not that hard to do 4 wounds, 2 3 plus 1. I have to be very lucky, but I mean, it's worth to lose the spell and probably kill his unit, or just leave 1 guy with 1 wound, and then I can just charge and kill him in combat. So he dispelled that one, and I did a bit of a gamble. I had 5 dice left. I did three dice illusionary pass here. So now I'm throwing the random move here. If he wants to roll, he's going to be more than 12, and depends. I see him, so if he doesn't move this way, I mean, he's out of the game with this unit and also with this one. So I rolled that one with 3 dice. He managed I managed to fail it. Um, to fail it with 3 dice, I was a 9. So it was very hard. Then with 2 dice, I tried to do a hereditary here on his flank. So I mean, with strength 5, I could still go on a 4 plus, maybe try to kill 1 guy and maybe do another one. I mean, leaving only 1 guy left. I mean, it's worth it, but I failed it again. With the 2 spells, I would have gotten strength 6. But yeah, I mean, it was still worth it. And yeah, in combat. So in combat, I was winning on 4 with the static rest. I was like, okay, I didn't have much luck before. Let's try and see what happens now in combat with everything hidden. I mean, I sort of do a lot of wounds now, but again, I was not lucky there, and I only did 2 wounds. So I was like, "Come on, man, you gotta be kidding me!" And he did only three to me because here he has restricted attacks, and here he could only hit with 2 guys probably, or 3 guys. I mean, maybe 2. But still, again, leadership 6. He has a reroll. I was like, come on, please fail it, and he managed to get it. So yeah, I mean that was bad for me. Even though he can't charge me, he can still charge with his guy. And yeah, I mean, I just wanted him to flee, make use this unit as a chaff piece, and then charge him with everything. So now his third turn. So third turn, he charged with the BSB onto the Sukubai. He used this unit to move it just a bit because I was very close, and he doesn't need that much. He already has more charge range than me, so he just backs it up. This unit, he just turns around, moves the big tribesman star here, and he moves the unit just in front of me to block my possible charge here and chaff me. So on his on his magic phase, he threw Storm of Insects here. I let that one go because I mean it's very dicey. He also has to roll sixes. I have a 4+ war save against magical attacks, so I was like, okay, go ahead. I want to stop other things, and maybe I can get lucky, only have 1 wound or 2. But he rolled like 4 wounds, and I only managed to save 1, so that was very bad because if I charge, I'm still going on 3s, but he can kill me. Like I only have 2 wounds left, even though I probably kill one of his guys. But I mean, if he rolled very bad and I have still 4 wounds left, I would have a defensive 8. So I mean, it was super worth it there. But I had to let that one go. Also, the rest of the phase, I think he did. He tried to do hereditary here and then dispel it, and I think he failed the other ones. I don't know. And on combat, here finally I did 4 wounds. Finally, I did more wounds. Like combat before, I did 3 or 2. Now I did 4 with less attacks. I mean, come on. He rolled very bad. I think he only did. He completely whiffed, or I saved on the impacts. He only did 5 wounds. I remember 5 wounds. I did 4. I was losing by 1, so we counted this combat like 2 times because in the first one I was very sick in this game, and I still played it, but I counted it 2 times because I thought I couldn't explode, and yes, I was losing by 1. So these two, one guy exploded, these guys nothing, and so by doing this, he couldn't manage to overrun. So now my charge has half a clean charge. He just turned sideways, so at least the 3 charges won't be able to charge him and do more max attacks. So only 2 charges, but still, as you guys see, I will charge. I mean, I think I needed a 2+. Also, with the opportunity here that he got stuck here, I charge it because if I have enough spells to make him flee or to do a lot of wounds with the AP3. Also, if I make him flee, I can get the Sabertooth out, this guy out. I can overrun into his flank, even though I'll do some impacts. I'll probably make this unit flee uh, and overrun. Pursue, get this unit in combat. The Blazing Glory is still alive, the impacts here kill some ogres, like 2 ogres. I'm okay. Retain him, and then I can push. So that's why I pushed here. So I mean, it was worth it. So I charged here. I charged with the Blazing Glory, and then everything just moved ahead. The Miser just went in frontal facing, so he couldn't be able to charge, and that was it. Also, the Sukubi advanced, so he couldn't charge me, but still a bit far away from the mercenary veterans. But if he wants to charge, uh, I mean, if he advances, I can still see him, and I can still see this flank. Also, the Myrmidons went a bit far back, so if he wants to charge, sorry, he's on a 6+. With Swift Ride, here I think he has on a 4+. He's very far here, and everything just went ahead. So on Magic, I threw Spectral Blades. He let that one go. He dispelled then Whispers of the Veil, and with the other 3 dice, I threw Colors of the Dawn. So to have Distracting, to have Horror also. If he wants to flee, I can pursue him and probably kill him. If he doesn't go out of the war, I'll kill him. And also, I mean, he did the right move on dispelling the Whispers, because with toughness 4 with the impacts, it's very hard for him. And with my Sukubi, I'm still going on 5s, and it's the same thing as the Whispers, but the impacts go better. So he lit Spectral Blades on, distracting. He didn't have enough dice. He dispelled everything with Whispers. So I have those 2 spells. So in combat, on static rest, I was winning him on 3. Then with the impact hits, 43, strength 4 on 5s, I did nothing. I was like, okay, no worries, Luke. I still have the attacks, the 16 attacks from the Sukubai and the horses on 4s and 5s. And with 16 attacks, I did nothing again. I mean, I think I rolled 0 5s between the impacts and the hits. So that was a problem, because I was counting on doing something here. Even though he has the ward save, I was counting on doing something. Um, so yeah, I mean, that was very bad. But I still did. I did enough wounds here with the Sukubai and the Clothings. I managed to do 3 wounds there. So I was winning on 3s. I was winning by 3 the static rest. I did 3 wounds to the Sukubai. He struck, and I mean, he was already going to do the stomp, so he didn't attack this guy. He just went here, but with distracting, with 4 attacks from the top, he was going on 4s and 3s. He would probably just do 1 wound, and with the guy on with the Tusker going on 5s and 3s, and also with the 4 save, he was probably just going to do another one. I mean, yeah. And also, it all depends with the war safe with demons. So maybe he was going to lose the combat by 4, but yeah. I mean, he rolled very good, and he did 3 wounds. So he was losing the combat by 3. I was like, okay, he's still losing by 3. It's a leadership 6. I mean, he already made it with 2 times with the saber tooths before re-rolling. Maybe he'll flee. Well, guys, sorry, spoiler alert. No, he managed to make it. So I was in a big problem here, because now he can charge and destroy this unit, and all the things that I was counting on doing this turn just broke down. So knowing I wasn't going to be able to break him, also he failed the stomp here. So by doing that, I couldn't manage to go that far I wanted, but I still managed to put the chariot here. So now it's a 3. If the Sukubai would have died, it would have been like a 5, because I would have been able to come here by a 5. But I mean, it is what it is. Um, So Blazing Glory came here, did 2 wounds. He only did one. He lost by one, and he managed to stay. And that's it. So his turn, his fourth turn, he had a charge on a 3 here, and then he also had a 6 here and a 4 here. So we'll see what happens. So I was lucky on my part here because he failed both. He was a 6 and a 4, I think, probably a 4. I didn't think it was a 3, probably a 4, but he failed. Okay, and this guy on a 3 plus, he made it. So by he got this charge, and just because these two charges failed, he had to push and tap me with the Frost Mammoth, and also he had to advance that much with the mercenary veterans because if not, I could see him here and I could charge him, turret check him, and get him out of the game, get these points. So he had to advance to make me not be able to touch him here in the flank, and he was very close. So yeah, I mean, yeah. If I charge here and he stays, and if I charge here, I mean, I could just redirect here the charge and just kill him, advance, and then probably charge him in the next turn. So yeah, he had to tap me here, tap me here. And that's it. On Magic, he did Hereditary here, so I let that one go. I mean, he was already dead, so I let that one go. I didn't want any buffs here, and also he did Awaken the Beast here, um, on the veterans, and he tried to do Living Steel, and I managed to dispel it. Then on shooting, I understand why he wanted to do Awaken the Beast because he had +1 strength also. So he managed to shoot me, but he rolled very bad. Sacked it, rolled super bad. He didn't do nothing to me. So I was like, okay, the gamble, I managed to put it off. And here in combat, he killed one target with the impacts. I still hit everything onto him. And it was like how many attacks? That's 12, 14 attacks. 14 attacks. Six. Yeah, 14 attacks. 14 attacks on fours and fives, and I did 0 wounds. I mean, I could have struck here to maybe kill like an ogre, going on threes and fours, but I still wanted to do wounds on him, and I've completely fluffed. My Sukubi popped and he overrun. I think he needed a 6 or a 7 and he failed, so he was an inch from me. Here on this combat, I managed to do just only 1 wound with the -1 to wound he had, so I was wounding him on fives, and he managed to do the last wound and he turned around, and that was it. So before going on to my fifth turn, my fourth turn, sorry, I'll just say that, okay, here he can't flee, being here, so I have a lot of opportunities in this turn, so I can charge here, charge here. I mean, I won't be able to pop, but if I can kill like these guys and probably another more with the combat resolution, he really can't charge. I mean, and he also um, he'll probably die like in 2 turns. So I mean that's okay. And also here I had a lot of opportunities. I had this charge here on a possible 6. I couldn't see him here. Okay, but if the Miser charges here and he fails the third check, I could charge him here in the flank, and I could also combo charge here. So I mean, it was very worth it. And if not, there's no problem because if I still charge here, if he manages to stay with the terror, the Clawfins can charge here. I can charge, and on a 10, I can touch him, put myself here, and just as he is, if I manage to get the Veiled Serpents, and I overrun. I saw this, and I can get him in his flank. So I know I have to roll like a 10, but I mean it's super worth it because I can get one unit that's he's always going to flee against the miser because with the mirror scales and reroll into wound and everything. So he's probably going to flee. I can catch him. I can probably kill the first one with magic. I can pin him down, and maybe if I get this charge, I can take 3 units in one go. And I was like, okay, yeah, I have to do it. So let's see. So I declare all these 4 charges onto the units here and all here. I mean, every unit of my army is charging. So you guys see what happened. So the veterans, they managed to pass the leadership 9 no reroll third check. So this one went here. Then the Bear Serpents, I made this charge. I think it was a 4. And then the Clawfins entered this one, and these guys failed. Okay, so I mean, it was still worth it because if I charge, I'm going to kill him, even though it's on a 6. If I go, I'll go before him, strike him with reroll, battle focus, and I'll probably go and kill him, and I can turn around and face his flank and just have like this unit, and then probably score the breakthrough. And that was it. In Magic, I did myself 1 wound with the dangerous terrains. So on Magic here, I did Wizards of the Veil. Sack let it go off because it was more dangerous to have Strength 4 and AP 4 just in case I kill some and he wants to touch my guys. I mean, I probably have the advantage position, so I'm going on him on 3s, and then on 4s with AP4. I mean, I should kill him because I probably like with everything just make him like have to Sukubi free. So he just I will attack with 4 guys if he wants to attack here. And then I mean he's just going to do the impacts and then I'll just kill him. Through distracting onto the Evil Serpents with the Spectral Blades he dispelled it. Okay, so in combat with the big combat here I was winning on an 8 with the combat resolution, and then I did with the Fiends going on 2s and 2s because of the +1 and +1. I did 5 wounds, and then with the Sukubi with 20 attacks on 3s and 3s, I did 9 wounds. So I already killed 1, 2, 3, 4 guys, and these guys have 2 wounds left. I mean, yeah, five ogres, and the one has 2 wounds left. And he struck me very bad. He hit me very bad. I mean, he had no luck here. Yeah, going on 4s and 4s and 4s and 3s, and he only did like 2 wounds or 1 wound here and 3 here probably something like that. He only did 4 to me because of the war saves and everything, and also with the stomp. I mean, he rolled very bad. So as you see, I was winning the combat like by 17. This is 22. 22 minus 4, that's 18. And he has 12, 13, 17. So I completely popped his unit. So this unit's dead. So I'm like, wow. I mean, I rolled very good. He rolled. I mean, I think maybe I rolled like average, like 20 attacks on 3s, and then on 3s, he does have the AP, the sheltered in standard, but he didn't manage to do any saves, like only one. But yeah, I mean, he hit very bad. But if if I wouldn't have rolled like that bad, I mean, yeah, he can counter charge. But still, if he wants to counter charge here, I'm like, okay, I'll probably kill these 2 guys, and if he wants to charge, I'll strike like with +1 to wound, and I'll probably like, yeah, he'll do the impacts, and I'll kill him in one go, and then I still will have the Tusker BSB be able to charge him. So I mean, if it's a trade-off. I mean, I had luck there, but if not, so that's okay. I'll tell afterwards what I did here. So on the combats. the Clawfins, I was winning by 4. I did 4 wounds on 3s and 5s. He did 2 wounds to me, losing by 6. He fled. I managed to catch him, but I rolled a 9. So I was here in not a very good spot, but I had to do it because I could kill the 3 units in one turn. And I know he can charge me now, but I mean, I had to risk that. The Meister combat, I still, yeah, I won the combat. He fled like 6, and I was like, okay, I'm going to kill him. And then this is the 4th turn. I have my 5th to move, throw some magic, and then charge. Potentially going this way and then charge, or just go this way. Depends on what happens here, and just kill these units. Depends. He rolled a 6. I rolled, I think, a double 1. So yeah, I mean, yeah, very bad. And yeah, I was like around here. And the Veiled Serpents, well, with Distracting and with no Frost Mammoth, I hit before him. I have poisons going on 4s and 4s with 12 attacks. I did 6 wounds, so I was a bit lucky there. He going on 5s and on 4s with this guy, even though he has hatred and reroll to wound. He only did 4 wounds. He rolled, but yeah, he stayed. I mean, yeah. Um, and then I reformed, so he wouldn't be able to see me and to touch this guy here. So if he wants to do some reforms, we'll see what happens. So in his turn, as you see, and also before going on his turn, here I should have overrun. I'll tell you guys that I didn't overrun. I should have overrun, get him in the flank, get him, winning him by 3 ranks, flank, charge. Um, we both had banners. I was going to win him on 6. I should have overrun, but I was afraid that I wouldn't roll enough. He would charge, get this unit out of line of sight, overrun, and have me see nowhere. So I did the following. So as you guys see, I overrun with the Clawfin. Depends on how much I rolled. If I rolled enough, like just a little bit, I was going to be out of his line of sight. And depends if I'm here, I can have the Sukubai. Depends on how much I roll. To say that if you want to charge, I can charge you. So we're both going to have the scoring unit dead, and then your guy won't be able to see me. I'll charge you, I'll kill you, and with only 1 wound left, and I'll just turn around. So I mean, I think it was worth it. Also, depends on what he rolls. Maybe here I'm on a 12. I mean, I roll like normal things on the run. If you don't kill me with the impacts, if you want to charge me, you have to test on the forest, and maybe I can kill you. You only have 1 wound. The impacts, he has 1d3. He probably won't kill me with the impacts, and I'm going before him. So I mean, it's very worth it because if I kill him, I'm okay. I kill 1 scoring. That's for primary, and I can just go here and also have the unit on his deployment zone. So I mean, I think it was worth it. His 5th turn, here he charged me. He killed 1 guy with the impacts. I managed to strike him with 6 attacks on 2s and 4s, and I did 2 wounds. And then he killed another guy with the attacks. I was still steadfast here with leadership 7, but I failed the roll and only got 1 guy was left, but I still managed to turn around. Then he also rallied these guys. Here in the combat, he didn't do nothing with the dangerous terrains. He didn't kill me with the impacts. I struck him on 2s and 4s with 3 attacks. I whiffed again. I lost the combat, and on a double 1 that I needed, I got it because of the Miser, and I forgot to turn around. I mean, it was my fault. But yeah, I mean, okay, I didn't die. I was lucky there, but I didn't kill him. now next turn I still have an opportunity to kill him. Now let's see what happens. And in the combat with the Veiled Serpents, with distracting, I mean, yeah, I did 3 wounds to him. He did 3 wounds to me. I lost by one. One of my guy dies, but I'm still put in a position that I can still see his unit. I can charge him here on the tip, and that's going to give me a lot with the combat rest and the attacks. I was lucky here because his guy, he doesn't have hatred and rerolling to wound. So the dogs are going on 5s and on 4s, and he's going on 4s with no reroll and on 3s, and he fluffed a bit. So on my turn, here, as you guys see, he managed to pass the terror check, but I still saw him. He didn't put this dog here, so if these guys failed the terror, I would have been able to pin him down, pin him here, kill this unit, and then just see him in like if this unit wouldn't have been able to kill him down. I mean, I wouldn't have probably kill him with the mice or with these guys, make him run, and with this unit failing probably around here, I could have make him flee this way and get 2 units, kill him. But yeah, I mean, it was still a list of 9, so I charged him. As you guys see, I managed to get this charge. I think it was on a 5. It was a very long charge, but yeah, I made it. I was very lucky there, and the girls charged him. Just to pin him down, throw magic there. And on my turn, on magic, I had a lot of dice, but I completely failed because I threw Whispers of the Veil. He dispelled it. I tried to do, I think I had 7 dice or 6 dice. I threw with 2 dice, distracting here, I think, and I failed. And then with 4 dice, I was like, okay, Spectre Blades here, Strength 4, +1 to wound. I'm going on 4s and on 4s. I'm probably doing 2 wounds after his ward save. He's going to go on my unit because of the mesmerizing. He's going to go on 4s and 2s. So that's a lot of attacks that he's not going to do. I can probably like in two rounds kill him, and if not, I'll just make him flee. But with 4 dice, I roll a 10. So no magic, very bad magic phase. And a combat, let's see. Combat. First, this guy struck here on 2s and 4s, and again, I whiff. He kills me. That's very bad because that's scoring, and he can completely move this unit here so he can go onto my zone on the breakthrough. On the other hand, here we hit ourselves. I do 1 wound to him. He does 1 wound to me, I think, and that was it with the general. I was winning. I was winning the combat by 4. By 4. I did 3 wounds with the Myrmidons, 3 attacks on 3 with battle focus. I got a battle focus, and then I wounded the 3 wounds, so that was great. Then with the Veiled Serpents with 6 attacks, I got 3 poisons, and with the other 3 attacks, I managed to do another 2 attacks. So wow, it was super crazy. Like winning him now with 12. So yeah, I mean, killing one dog and another with the Myrmidons. His guy struck on my guys, going on 3s and 2s with a stomp, and he managed to kill 5 of my guys, and the 2 dogs completely whiffed and only did 1. So he did 6 wounds. He was still losing the combat by 6, and he fled. So the thing is, if he would have fled a bit less, I would have only pursued with this unit. But since he rolled that much, he rolled like a 9, probably. I wanted to pursue with both just to kill him, just to be here. I know that I'm not going to be able to use this unit to go on the breakthrough, but I really needed him to to kill because these were a lot of points, and I thought that yeah, I mean I could probably like kill this unit, kill him in the next turn, and yeah, I mean just win the primary. So yeah, he fled 9. I caught him. I was here on the touch in the building, and then on the combat with the Miser, I won the combat again. He fled. He fled a lot, and I didn't manage to get him. So yeah, I mean, I rolled like a 6 again. So yeah, I mean that was bad. Well, his sixth turn. So he managed to put this guy here. He rallied these guys, and in combat, I managed to kill him. Ooh, finally! So this guy can go on his breakthrough. So on breakthroughs, he's winning here, but we'll see. Here, we completely bluffed both. I mean, I did again nothing against him. He going on fourth. He rolled very bad. So I mean, I think we tied the game. The game, yeah, the combat score. And then on my sixth turn, yeah. So I charge him. He finally fails the third check. So yeah, I mean he fled. He rolled a double one, but still, I mean the Veil Serpent was auto. He fled once, so I was catching him already. So yeah, I mean this unit's dead, so I was a bit lucky there, even though I think still with the charge I can still make him flee. He's not going to have probably one guy because of the mirror scales with the attacks and everything. So yeah, I mean, but yeah, that was very lucky not having to throw magic here. Um, then this guy went here to do the breakthrough. I didn't manage to do nothing to him, maybe a one wound. He didn't manage to kill that much of my guys. So yeah, um, I he has one in the breakthrough zone. I have another, so that's tied. And I managed to win the secondary. I mean the primary because I have the Tuskers, the tribesmen, and the veterans, and he only has the one unit of Clothings and the blowflies. So I won the primary. I didn't manage to get my secondary because he was 9 inches from the center, and so he got it. I mean, he denied mine, and he got his. So as you guys see, I killed everything except the Mammoth Hunter and half the Tusker, and he killed like my Sukubai, Clawfiends, small unit, half of the other, Threshing Engines, Blazing Glory, Bale Serpents, half of the Bale Serpents, and the Blowflies. It was going to be 17-3, but he got the secondary, so it was a 16-4. So a little bit of post-game analysis. Um, on the left flank, I mean the gamble with the Scooby really paid off. I mean if I didn't even roll like a double one, if I roll like a 6 or more, it would still paid off because I would have chaffed his Yetis with his also with his Tusker. But yeah, I mean that turned off, but overrunning and onto the Sabertooth, I didn't get lucky there. No normal attacks, so I got stuck in that combat. Too much time in those combats, and I crumbled a lot. Also, with the chariots, it didn't go very well, and then he could charge me, crumble me, and yeah, that was it. That was my winning flank, but it is what it is. On the right flank, I should have deployed a bit better. What I told you guys, I should have deployed the blowflies a bit back, um, like instead of like this way here, so I could just push backwards if I need, and then just completely push my left flank and start to working like a tide, like going this side, and if he and completely get him So he has the house. He can't really run. And yeah, and also my deployment zone with going like this, he probably has to come here. So I don't mind him giving him space here because his scoring units are way up here. So I mean, yeah, um, if you see, even though with my thingies, I could just push him this side, have him more turns coming this side, use my magic to win this left flank and just push him. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. On the micro level, Meister did very good with magic. As a fighter, I didn't manage to catch him two times the veterans, the mercenary veterans, and because of that, he couldn't then support the other flanks earlier, the other flanks, and also earlier in the game, I was afraid to get a flank charge because he had a lot of units, and Meister, he's weak on the flanks. If he would have charged like in the front with the mercenary veterans and with the frost mammoth on the flank or with the saber tooth, I would probably just pop because I don't have stomp attacks there. He has the general, the man eaters, and have a lot of static rest, and he could have popped me. So I was a bit afraid there, and also with the poison attacks, I didn't really want to maximize because he will probably have like um, one go and then the stand and shoot. So yeah, that was very risky. Also, the on the micro, I think the threshing engines could have won all the left flank, but I whiffed, so that was it. And also, I his general with the saber tools were a major threat. I completely underestimated that unit because if he charges like my myrmidons, he could have broke my flank, touch the table edge, pivot, and then be out of my line of sight and completely um, uh, threaten my flank and all my units. So I was very lucky to restrain him from charging, also from throwing the illusionary pass there and him failing the charge. I mean, it completely. I completely got the thing that I was aiming for. That was it. So, in overall conclusions of the game, or in the Matrix, even though I think Daemon Legions is a very rare matchup for Ogre Khans, especially for Wildheart, because even though he has the Hunted Spears, he doesn't have any things, a lot of things that can counter my Miser, and the rest of the army is just that. It's like okay, I have to deal with the Miser, I have to deal with the Clawfins, I have to deal with the chariots. It's too many things. And also, if you add evocation, it's just a no go. It's just that it's too of a red matchup. So in round two, Conti and his rival they couldn't really play it, so they agreed on a 10. I got a 16. Samu did very well against the Dread Elves. He got a 20. It was a terror check on a leadership 6 that the Dread Elves failed. He fled, and Samu uh, he cut the unit, and with the overrun, he could hit another unit behind with no possible countercharge with his big block. So that was very determined the game and everything. I mean, Samu, I think he really played that very good. So he managed to get the 20. Lastra played against Mysore and Mao, and he won by a 14. He managed to kill the Mao with evocation and all the shooting because this shoots a lot in 2 turns. And then the Mysore, he finally killed him also, even though he failed a third check on leadership 10, and he got out of the board with the Temple Militants, I think, yeah, the Sisters of Battle, yeah, and the General, and Chico with the Knights of Kingdom of Hecate, sorry, against the Vampire Counts. They were playing, I think the game was really good for Chico, but um, he doesn't speak really good in English. He tries it also in the ETC in Poland. He didn't have issues with his with his rivals, but I mean he intended to say something. His rival didn't understand him. He could have moved the unit better, but since he thought his rival understood him, then his rival said, "No, you can completely see the unit. Look how it is." And yeah, I mean, I wasn't there. Eric winning the game. I mean, they ended the game there. I mean, it was good for Tico, but I think it was fair to just have it 11-9 for the Vampire, because even though I say something in English, but if my rival doesn't understands it, I mean, it is what it is. There are some cool games, there are some hard games, but you have to play it correctly. So, I mean, still, we did 69, magical number. We won this round, so we'll see against who we will play in the next round. So, guys, thank you for listening to me. I know the game is a bit long, but there are a lot of things to analyze. I'll catch up next time, also in English. I'm a bit rusty, but still, if you have any comments, put it in the comment section. And see you guys in the next game. Bye bye.